Alright, welcome back to CoolKvothe Plays Hearthstone. This is CoolKvothe, and I'm just about to play a couple quick games here for you. Moving right along in our journey through the ranked ladder. We got to 12 on the last video. We're going to keep moving on and see what we can do to try to improve that. Now, I think 12 is actually the highest I've ever gotten, and I think I kind of played around this area for quite a while without ever moving off of it. And that's all very well and good, but I would like to actually improve upon 12. So we're going to see what we can do to do just that. So what I'm thinking is we should play one of the decks that we have, some more success with than just the Shaman or something like that. So I'm thinking we jump into the Legendary Druid or the Mage deck. I kind of want to try the Mage, I think, just because the Druid is kind of like my go-to in ranked, and quite frankly, I do eventually get a little sick of them, so this might be a little more fun, just to kind of change it up and play the Mage. Now, I don't know if the Mage is actually really all that viable. I played him a couple of ranks ago, I think like level rank 14 or 15, and we got a win with him. But it was kind of like a cheesy win with a Pyroblast right at the very end and 2 Fireballs. So I don't know if this is going to be a very similar match to that one. But I think we have the cards where we can get a victory if we, if the right cards fall and if we play smart. So we'll see how it goes.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
Okay, so we're going to play another Warlock, or a Warlock. And I've seen a lot of Warlocks around this level, and I think a lot of them have been Murloc decks from what I've seen so far. I'm pretty much the only Giants deck I think that I have. That I've actually come across so far. But the Murloc deck is very effective at this level, and I think that's why a lot of people use it. But it is very easy to get beaten with the Murloc deck if handled appropriately. So that's something we're going to need to time spells and time Pyroblast and things like that. But we can actually stall this deck if it is a Murloc deck so that we don't die. At least that's the hope. Alright, now that being said, the early play of Voidwalker does not lend this run all that much credit in the form of, thinking that it may be a Murloc deck. They might actually have, something a little more interesting, maybe a Demon deck. I saw one of those a couple times, and I was actually surprised to see it. So we're just going to see if we can get a little bit of draw power here. Pagel might die on the next turn if he, draws the right card for it, but if he wants to, use a Soulfire or something like that to kill Nat Pagel, then I think that's a successful use of Soulfire. And he's still thinking about it. I mean, he only has 2 mana to use here. He might just use the life tap, which a lot of people would. I mean, he's not in any immediate danger from Pagel. The Voidwalker's still protecting his life, and yep, and that's what he's going to end up doing. Which is pretty standard. Maybe he is running a Giants deck, maybe not. He's just going to attack Pagel, which is, not too surprising either. And we're actually going to get a draw out of it, which is exceptional. And now my turn will actually start here. Thank you. So how should we play this? So I'm thinking Loot Hoarder most likely is the card we're going to play here. No matter which way we finagle it, we probably will not be able to kill him. I could play Arcane Missiles first and see how that goes to decide how I want to proceed. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's exactly what I wanted to know, because now he only took 2 damage, which means I'm going to summon Loot Hoarder. If he took...
Job's done.
Sorry, he took 2 damage. If the Voidwalker had taken 2 damage, I could have, I could have used him to finish him off, but that's okay. Now Loot Hoarder's in the in the best possible place to kill him next turn. Pagel still is not in any immediate danger, which means I might possibly get another turn with him. And I really can't think of a better way to follow this up, so. Alright, and barring... Oh, there you go. Alright, so I got a little lucky there, because he didn't actually hit me directly. Had he hit the Loot Hoarder, that would have kind of messed up my plans a little bit, but in either case, he has a lot of taunts and not a lot of utility, so I'm not really sure what's going to end up happening here, but my guess is probably not too much. So So he's going to play the coin. Maybe he's trying one more time. Yep, with a Murloc. And he got Pagel. So we got lucky we didn't get the Loot Hoarder here. And he's going to try to do as much as he can to eliminate Pagel. So I'm going to get at most one more turn out of him. And I didn't get him. So that's okay. So this is a weird situation in the fact that I don't have really much in the much to play here. I'm probably going to summon Sun Fury Protector, but I may not. I'm thinking that I'm going to Frostbolt him just to get him out of the way, because there's really no way for me to actually kill him. And I think I will go 1 for 1 right there. Just going to give me an Acolyte of Pain.
Shields up.
Job's done.
And I'll make Pagel a taunt, which is pretty much going to guarantee his death, assuming he, even though he already was pretty much that way anyway. But that means they can't attack me directly for both, which might save me a little bit of life. But in reality, I'm just doing this to get a 2-3 minion out there. I really have no other game plan as far as that's concerned. So that turned pretty sour pretty fast, and I have not much that I can actually play here, which is not good. I'm thinking that all I can really do is this.
I got this.
Let the pain speak
Job's
to me.
And then hope that he can't kill me next turn, which he's got 13 damage on the board right there, so he needs 10 more to make up. If he can kill me, that's going to be close. It's 11, 20. So he has 3 more damage to make up here, and that's it. Well, that was unfortunate. As I said, it could either be very easy or very difficult to deal with Murloc decks. That time, he took board control away, and I didn't really have much on display. And he very quickly put lethal on the board to kill me. And it's very easy to do that with Murloc, so not a great showing. Now, I could, put my head between my legs and run away and, cry a little bit. But what I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to queue back right back up. And, that was a really quick game. It's not really a good indicator, I think, of how this deck can do in ranked. I think that against different deck types and things like that, it might be better, and with better cards, I might, be better off a little bit as well. I had a lot of high-level cards in that deck that I couldn't actually use. So I think that we're going to queue up again and see if I have a little more
You asked for it.
success against this warrior. Alright, so that's not a bad starting hand. Would have been good to have these cards against the Murloc deck, but who am I to complain? And the coin is a nice touch as well. Alright, so like most first turn warriors, he is going to pass. And I'm going to play the coin and that Pagel. And the reason for that is I'm going to try to use the coin to actually gain a card advantage, or at least, a card equality with him.
Caught one.
Now, his use of Slam is actually a really good one, because there's really not much I can do in the way of defending against that. And he's going to get a card out of it, which actually nullifies the fact that Nat Pagel gave me a card. Or at least Nat Pagel giving me a card nullifies the fact that he just drew on the last turn. So that was a good play. Hopefully Loot Hoarder will give me a draw advantage. And if I can get another Pagel off, I'll be extremely happy. Nope, he's going to execute him. Alright, so that doesn't bother me. If he wants to use an execute on a Nat Pagel, then I am a happy person. So we're gonna go with that. And I'm gonna summon Harvest Golem here. Start to get a couple minions on the board. Eliminate his armor from last turn and my turn. And now we're gonna try to see what we can do to build up this this attack here. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to Frostbolt him.
Give me that!
Alright. That may or may not have been the best move. Part of me thinks I should have left him frozen, hit him once with the fireball, and attack with both, so I would have gotten him down to 26 instead of 27. And the next turn I could have killed him, but, you know, this way he's out of the way. So, I still sort of think this was the better move, but I could see an argument either way. Alright, so Frothing Berserker is kind of a pain. And I just don't want to deal with them right now. So I'm going to make a couple taunt creatures here. I'm just going to attack them directly with Harvest Golem and just kind of eliminate that armor from building up here, because it can very quickly build up into something bad. So, especially if he gets like an Armor Smith out or something like that, it can be very difficult, and you'll end up going through twice the damage that you normally have to. And I've actually decked out against a warrior with this exact mage deck before. Okay, so the obvious move is that one. Now the question is what to do about this Yeti. Part of me wants to just summon Sylvanas and just let him deal with it, and I think that may be the best move. I don't really want to have to deal with the Yeti right now.
I got this.
I still got my Taunt Golem, and now he's got a lot more to worry about than I do at the moment, you know, with my current minions out there. And that was kind of what I was hoping he'd do, so I got the damage in last turn, and Brawl is exactly what I was hoping he wouldn't do. So best scenario, I get Sylvanas, and I actually get my 2-1 minion, but at the very least I suppose it is not. Alright, so that's okay. Obviously we walked into that a little bit and spammed our own side here, but we have recourse, and we're going to do it right now. So I'm going to summon Sunfury Protector with nothing on the board because, quite frankly, we just need something out there. And I'm going to summon a couple taunts to just kind of protect myself, and hopefully he doesn't have like the world on the other side of the board. But that does hurt us a lot. Oh, and there's Ragnaros. Alright, so we're going to be able to kill Ragnaros next turn, but it does pain me a little bit to do so. What we're going to do is we're going to Fireball him. And now I think I'm going to use this, because if I can hit him once or twice, then I don't have to waste my minion. Which is exactly what I was hoping for. Obviously, it would have been nice if I just killed him outright. Then I would have had 3 mana and I could have summoned Acolyte of Pain, but, you know, still not too horrible. This is looking very much like he's going to win. I mean, of course, from what you can see right now. Oh. Alright, so we're actually going to do this.
Pain, speak to me. My shield for Argus.
Job's done.
So we're just going to get a little bit of cheap damage in here. I don't want to waste my mana on the other things, so I'm just going to hopefully buff Acolyte of Pain a little bit. He's going to summon Gorehowl. Let me get another draw out of that. Polymorph, okay. Okay. So that's where we are right now. I think I'm going to summon Azure Drake so I can get a draw. 4 Arcane Missiles is exactly what the doctor ordered here. So he's dead.
To the breach!
Alright, so we're kind of back in business here. He's got 3 health, but I have a lot of good cards in my hand. And 16 damage in my hand. So 2 turns from now, assuming he doesn't gain horrible board control, I should be able to win. Despite what he does here. Sarah? Okay, so that's okay. He's going to get a hell of a card here. But I can lethal him. So that's a good game. I'm going to say right now, well played.
Well played.
Not loot hoarder. Let's not do that.
To the breach!
And that's going to be it. Crafty Llama goes down. So we do get a win with him, which means that at this level, at level 12, I can actually win with the mage. Which means the mage is still, at the very least, semi-competitive. So I like that. Now, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully next time we can get the Meek Shell Inherit. And if I get enough to get 3 packs of cards at once, I will get all 3 and I'll open them all on camera here and you can see what I get. So until next time, this is CoolKvothe. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and take it easy.